What up, guys? We're back with another video. We got a lot to talk about today, so I'm gonna go in and pass it to Dwayne. Dwayne, what we got going on, man?
All right, so today we're gonna cover a topic that's been covered a million times, anticipation. Anticipation, but we're gonna put our own little flavor on it. I wanna explain what I think anticipation is in a way that the new shooter will understand. So this video is gonna be most beneficial to the new shooter, to the industry, or as one of my mentors, Akil, coined the gateway shooter. So we're about to kick it off.
Awesome.
All right, here's how I want to explain anticipation, all right? So anticipation is when the body takes on a mind of its own, okay? And it reacts to a perceived threat to the body. It takes on a mind of its own and it reacts to it. So here's an example. You walk around the corner and somebody jumps out and says, boo, okay? You automatically jump back.
Right.
Did you consciously make the decision to jump back?
No.
No. Your body took on a mind of its own, it perceived a threat, and it did what it needed to do to protect you.
Yeah.
You had nothing to do with that movement.
Yeah.
That's what's happening when a new shooter or a gateway shooter begins to shoot. The body perceives that recoil as a threat, and when someone says boo around the corner, the body doesn't jump toward the threat. The body jumps away from the threat.
Right.
Now, nobody says boo and you jump.
Right.
The body jumps away.
Yeah.
So which way is the recoil coming? So the recoil is coming this way.
Right.
So if the body can't jump away, the body will push that away. So the body wants to push, control, or push away this thing that it's perceiving as the threat.
Right. Yep.
And it's doing that on its own. It's autopilot.
Yeah.
And your brain is saying, no, I want to keep my target on aim. I want to keep my sights equal height, equal light. But the body says, oh, hell no. The nervous system learns where it's about to happen. And when it gets there, the nervous system says, push. And so the result of anticipation is that the bullets usually land low or low left of our aiming point.
Yeah, that's a great explanation.
Yeah.
Man. That's good.
So there's going to be a period of time where there's going to be a struggle between the mind and the body.
Okay.
I mean, you've got your mind, you've got what your brain wants to do, but the body wants to do what it wants to do. So there's going to be a period of time where you're battling the mind and the body, and you have to try to convince the body that this recoil that's happening isn't harmful to it. And you've got to tell the body, I got this. I'm doing this to us intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is not against my will.
Yeah.
And let me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Let me handle this.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about to get in. We're about to show what the results of anticipation.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So when I have a client who is shooting lower than the aiming point, right? The first thing I need to know, is this anticipation or are they aiming low? Okay. Do they have proper height and light of the sights? All right. So trigger overlay is something that I do to sort of clarify that for myself, to determine if they're actually aiming. So let's get it going. Trigger overlay, here we go. Load and make ready.
Okay.
All right, so I have the client aim as they normally would, but keep this finger straight, okay? So the only job they have to do is aim, all right? So I will say to the client, when you think you have it absolutely perfect, let me know. So I sneak in here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not even looking at the target, I'm looking at you. When you tell me you've got it absolutely perfect, let me know.
Yep.
All right. We hit the red center. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
We hit the red center.
Yep.
So they're like, oh my God. And this is where I say, I say, okay, I'm hunting for a job. Yeah. I'm going to be your trigger guy. Somebody break in your house, you aim, I'll press the trigger, and we'll get him. All
Just move together.
So, but I say, okay, let's talk about what you did, and let's talk about what I did. Okay. So, what did you do?
I saw my front sight in alignment with my rear
Okay.
sights.
You aimed.
Yes.
Your nervous system isn't connected to my nervous system.
Right.
So you didn't know when I was going to press the trigger.
Right.
So your body didn't have an opportunity to react because your body didn't know what I was going to do.
Right. Right.
So we get the bullet to go exactly where you aimed because I was able to press the trigger without you moving the gun. Your only job was aiming.
Yeah.
And we hit the red X.
Yeah. Love
So this tells me that you know how to aim.
Right.
So if you start shooting bullets now and your bullets are low, I know that's anticipation.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
I know that's anticipation because you've already showed me you know how to aim.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now we need to actually show what anticipation is. So we're going to make some shots and they're going to show up low because the body is going to get involved and try to control that recoil, push that recoil away as we're firing. All right?
Okay. So you want me to push it?
Yeah. So we're going to demonstrate what anticipation is.
All right. Let's see if I can push this.
All right?
More?
Yeah, one more. All right. Straight down. All right. Now, okay, so what we've got there is low left, which is very common. It's awesome. We've got 2 bullets, low left, and when I first started shooting, that's exactly where my group was. Absolutely, exactly where my group, low left.
Yep.
So now what we're going to deal with, we're going to deal with anticipation, which is just the pushing low. We're going to separate those two, and then we're going to deal with the leftness.
Okay.
So now we're about to deal with just anticipation.
All right. So just let me try to. There we go.
Absolutely. All right. So bullets that end up low, we've got just anticipation going on. Bullets that end up to the left, there's a little something else going on. So now we're going to go through the diagnostics to help just the lowness.
Okay.
Just anticipation.
Okay.
So we're dealing with that lowness, that anticipation that is straight down. So one diagnostic tool that I use is I just have the client remove all the bullets and dry fire. Just dry fire. Now the body has taken on a mind of its own. The body is reacting to this finger. It's reacting to where it perceives the recoil happening. So even though your mind knows there's no bullets in it,
Right.
the body will continue to respond or react to the finger. So it will look something like this. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, because the body perceives, here it is, right here, push.
Yep.
All right. So what I do is continue to dry fire until you are able to shoot it like Jared can shoot it. All right. So then the dry fire will eventually look like this. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. All right. The second diagnostic, okay, is load 1, shoot 2. Load 1, shoot 2. All right. So sometimes people can dry fire and they say, yeah, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, we're going to go with a load 1, shoot 2. So you're going to load 1, remove the magazine.
Okay.
The first shot is going to be a live round,
Yep.
but because there's no magazine in the gun, the slide will reset the trigger. So the second trigger press is a dry fire.
Right.
So your body is going to experience recoil and then have to press that trigger again without reacting.
Right. Yeah.
That makes it harder.
Yeah.
All right, so here's how it looks the wrong way. Okay, all right, so we'll go with 1. All right, okay. So the first one is a live round, and then the second one, the gun is not supposed to move because there's no bullet in it.
Right.
But I'm going to do it the wrong way.
Okay.
I'm going to do it the way I normally see it. So The first shot, here we go. Second, that's usually what I see. Because the body is like, ooh, here it is, ooh.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So now Jared is going to show you how to do it the right way. He's going to load one, shoot two, and show you what the gun is supposed to look like on that second trigger press. All right?
So I'm shooting 2.
Yep. And then the second.
Oh, you see that little bit of dip?
You dipped a little bit?
I dipped a little bit.
We got to do it again.
Just a little bit.
We got to do it again. Woo! Okay.
A little bit of movement, but I'm at the bullseye.
Okay.
Maybe I'm expecting
Make
myself
me
to be
try that.
completely still.
All right.
You see movement on that one?
I don't think so. I think you're good. Man, I want to try one now.
Yeah, I would.
See, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm supposed to be do all of the wrong ones and he do all the right ones. Now I want to see.
Yeah, let's try. Let's try.
All right.
Oh, that was perfect, man.
No movement.
That was perfect.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
No movement.
Yeah.
All right, so now another one that we do is I tell the client, this is our version of Russian roulette. So give me a mag. All right. So I tell the customer, this is our version of Russian roulette. You're not going to know if there's a bullet in the gun or not. You're not going to know if there's a bullet in the gun or not.
Okay.
So here we go. So now here we go. If the gun moves, it moves because there's a bullet in there.
Right.
But if there's not a bullet in there, the gun shouldn't move.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
All right. So smooth trigger press. You don't move the gun. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be one in there.
Right.
Yep.
And a lot of the times they expect one to be in there, and when they don't know, their body kicks in again.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna
so
start
this
using
is
that.
something, that they can do with a friend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Absolutely.
What else we got?
So now we've dealt with just that pure anticipation going straight down. We're going to deal with the leftness now. So if you're a right-handed person, your bullets may go to the left. If you're a left-handed person, they may go to the right. So we're going to deal with that. So if the bullets go to the left, this hand is turning in this direction.
Right.
All right? We know that's happening, right? Okay. So what might make that happen? Okay? One thing is that when we start to fire, we may grip tighter to hold onto the gun to try to control it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I have, what we call this again?
Sympathetic movement. Uh-huh.
If when I fire the gun, I have sympathetic movement and I am gripping the gun tighter to have control of it as I'm firing, that could pull the gun to the left.
Yeah.
Okay? What is a remedy to that? A remedy to that is what we call C-grip.
Yeah.
So I am going to grip the gun tighter, front to back, tighter, so that when I move this finger, this cannot tighten up any tighter.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep that from happening. So I just go ahead and tighten it on up. So all we want to do is move this finger and nothing else. No other pressure change. All right? So when we do that, we should be able to press this trigger straight back to the rear without this tightening up.
Right.
All right? Now, I will do that and I will let the client shoot and I will see if that solves it. If
Okay.
that solves it, we don't go any further.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't want to give them too many things to think about.
Yeah.
If that does not fully solve it, then I bring in the support hand. So I'm going to have you hold this one with a strong hand. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to be your support hand.
Okay.
Right? And I put my hand on the gun like this, and I say, what I want you to do, just sort of wiggle the gun to the left a little bit. Now, this hand is just here going along for the ride. It's just going along for the ride. It's not doing anything. So whatever this side does, it has dominion, right? But I tell them, if I firm up just a little bit, that's a little harder for you to do that.
Yep.
If I firm up a lot, that's really hard for you to do.
Yep.
So we do what we need to do with this hand to keep this hand from going in that direction. And then we firm up with our support hand to make this side mind if we still got a little bit of that in there.
It's a great explanation, man.
Yeah. That's how we do it. All right. So now let me address this a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I need to know his name. Rob Epispanio?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to give attribution.
Yeah.
But I got this from him. So the prevailing wisdom is that we crush with our left hand, but we leave this hand loose enough so that we can work this finger, right? So Rob says that's all well and good if you don't change any pressure in your hand. But he said most people like me, so I feel like I'm in good company.
Yeah.
Most people like me, if they don't grip tight enough, they will try to grip tighter. So what he does is he grips as tight as he can with the bottom two.
Okay.
With the bottom two. He says trigger freeze comes mostly from this finger. If you grip too tight with this finger, you may get trigger freeze. But you can grip as tight as you can grip with the bottom two, move this finger, and still this does not tighten up anymore because you're already as tight as you can with the bottom. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what I do. I crush with the left, I grip as tight as I can with the bottom. This finger is the only one that moves. That's
Man,
for
that's interesting. I've never tried that.
Okay.
Because I've always thought these
Okay.
and the pinky would bring
Now,
it
at the
down.
end of the day, it's whatever works for you.
But that's interesting.
At the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Your performance tells you what works for you.
Yeah.
But it's just another option for those people who cannot leave this hand loose without tightening it up.
That's a great point. And to even like further elaborate on his point. So for my entire time shooting, I've been doing thumbs forward. And like Dwayne spoke about Ak, it's like we're all pupils of Ak over there at Citizen Safety Academy. Ak was talking about that there's also a method. Now Ak does thumbs forward, but there's also a method of thumbs up. And I was talking with one of Ak's guys, and he was like, yeah, I do thumbs up, and I've been shooting as of recently with my thumbs up, and I think I might like it better. It's just like personal preference. Some people, everybody has different size hands on different size guns. So, yeah, I was just saying you're 100% correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys, so what you want to do is you want to implement what you've seen here. You don't want to just look at it and be like, oh, that's cool. Because even with us being, seasoned instructors, and especially with the camera being on you, I mean, when you're trying not to anticipate and trying to keep your hands still, we all do it. We all do it. So try to implement these things that Dwayne has taught. This was an exceptional explanation of anticipation. I think this is better than my previous video about anticipation.
Man. That's what inspired me.
Yeah, man, this is solid, man. Good. So, yeah, feel free to see Dwayne out here of
Modern Warriors of
Modern
Franklin.
Warriors Franklin.
Formerly Franklin Range.
All right, yeah.
Come see me.
Yeah, go see him, and we'll see y'all in the next one, man. Roll mine.